people who were seeing what Jace saw. Yeah, it's like it's exploded, but held in space.
I can't let you leave.
What does Victor see? Okay.
I'm sorry too.
It sees everything that's happening, almost omnipresent, omnipotent. But I wonder if the real Victor could be in here while his body is doing something else.
That isn't Jace. But there is another will at work within him.
I think it's the other way round, yeah.
Chaos.
So Sky in there with him? I mean, like, I know Sky did almost get absorbed into the Hex Gate, but that feels more like in the same way that Mel was seeing her brother. Maybe the Sky there is a figment of Victor's imagination, or even Sky is a voice for the Arcane.
Vision. The top of the triangle.
Okay.
Charting a course and having the wisdom.
Vision is seen as strength, and that incorporates wisdom.
Might. Bending your environment to your will. Last is guile.
Guile.
Tricksters. Mages.
Oh, really? They appreciate trickery.
Remember this, Caitlin. Tunnels in your eyes.
Oh, she actually got a little cut on her, yeah.
I've discovered a fourth principle. Sacrifice.
Sacrifice is, yeah, the ultimate strength, I guess. Having the strength to give yourself up, you know?
Let's hunt a beast.
Or unless that's almost like a little lie there, and she's saying that to manipulate Kate, you know? Always take things Ambessa says with a grain of salt, you know?
But the Herald has freed me of my past self. He's given me a chance to make amends.
He's so different, isn't he? She loves to just drop them and leave them in places. You know, they're probably very, very valuable. She just drops them and walks off, leaves them right where they are. Aisha putting something in her pocket there. Is it the gemstone, that more refined one? So would he actually be able to revert Vander, you know? Yeah, let him be who he is. Don't cover him up. This is the first good look we've had at Warwick as well, actually. Oh, he's got quite long back legs, actually. He's been skipping leg day, though. Oh, yeah, look at him. It's like embellished with gold now, it looks like, even though, yeah, it's integrated in his skin. Would that actually work? Because it's not Vander's... Is it Vander's base body changed into this? I don't know. Yeah, he like taps into their soul. Vander looks like he's asleep though.
You once told me all systems have limits.
There is a limit to his power.
He is worth the risk.
Oh, okay. He's gonna work on it, yeah.
You have much to offer this commune, Powder.
Calling her Powder.
Your talents can be used to build instead of...
Oh, that cog again, yeah.
My condition is that he must be restrained at night. I've seen the harm of which he is capable.
That's quite reasonable, I guess.
What do you think? You actually want my opinion?
Yeah, they're being so cooperative here. Just look at the texture on the birds and the fruit. Yeah. Wow. Oh, just so much of it is the beast. They gotta find Vander in here somewhere. Yeah, they say restrain him at night, but he's actually just in this area. It's a bit nicer than having him like strapped down or something. Oh, the eye's opening, yeah. Ooh. Oh, him and Silco in the mines. Okay, we're getting right into his head, yeah. Remember me, I'm too far gone. Oh, that's maybe our first look at Dad as well. The biological father. Vander's their dad, really. The way they look at it. So is Victor seeing all of this? This is actually more Vi and Powder than it is Vander.
Do you think it could actually work?
Underground utopia run by a skinny tin machine Harold.
There's lots of people trying to build their underground utopias. This might be taking some of the pressure off of Echo's like encampment as well, you know. Oh, but of course. Yeah, Kate and Mbessa will show up. Too good to last.
No weapons. I'm afraid the Herald insists.
As if they're gonna listen to that.
I believe this herald may be a former pupil of mine, a man of science. Let me speak.
Oh, he's now a man of religion, yeah. Oh, look at, yeah, the eyes on him. They're kind of just being with him there, listening to him.
Your power is finite, diminished by it.
He's used a lot of it as well.
Apex humor combined with you. The apex form of Hex.
Oh, he wants to combine them.
You're suggesting would destroy him. And for what? Conquest?
The ultimate life form.
Your work.
Yeah, to complete his work.
Evolution has a destination. The final, glorious evolution.
Evolution has a destination. I guess like the apex.
I will not.
It's a crab, isn't it? What's the term when everything forms into a crab eventually?
If you perish, this community is soon to follow.
Yeah, the entire community is built on him, built to kind of follow and worship this power, not to self-sustain. Oh, wow. Reunited again, hey?
You look like an angry oil slick.
Don't sugarcoat it, cupcake.
Ah, all it takes is for her to say cupcake, and you can see the twinkle in her eyes.
Victor believes he can save the man inside the beast. If he succeeds, I'm afraid the creature's usefulness will be lost to us.
Oh yeah, so they'll invade anyway, because they need the beast.
It's Vi.
Yeah, Vi and Kate are in on something there. Oh. Jace, yeah. Wow. Snuck in with a weapon. That's probably actually very difficult to animate, getting like the deformation of the skin as she wipes it away. The little actions like that are much harder. Just as I said about the kiss before. Oh, they're gonna use the blood again, yeah. Where's Jace?
Slippery as an eel.
Oh, nice. Sneaking the weapons in. That will be useful.
Put on glasses. Except I can't tell whether everything's blurry or clear.
This is far too sentimental, far too nice.
And here comes the punchline.
Whoa.
The one who captured Caitlin's heart? I owe you thanks.
Yeah, he kind of molded Kate into what she needed, yeah.
In other circumstances, I might have offered you a position in my organization. Your resilience is undeniable.
Yeah, she admires her strength. Nice. What is it? A grenade?
Trolls circle the commune at even intervals. A personal guard are posted here.
Okay. Yeah, of course it was all planned out.
They aren't expecting trouble at home. With flawless timing and luck.
So you put too much trust in Kate.
Don't underestimate Ambessa.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh, nice. That's what it is. I thought she was just punching Ambessa. Is that gonna shock Jinx or what? Or is she holding Singed in place so Jinx can get the shot?
Hope I was worth your time.
Oh, don't stand around bragging. Oh, but of course Jace is the wild card in this.
I won't fail.
See visions. Yeah, he's seeing them as these like masked beasts or something. Another child. His weapon's so different now, so morphed. Fits the same aesthetic though, and the ball of energy was more white there. Okay, just taking him to Victor. Whoa. Haha, okay. It's like tapped in, yeah. That was quick.
Will be a deep cut.
Nice. Oh, he could react in time though. And he's got whatever this is. Absorbing energy, absorbing magic. These green little things. It's just so fast, almost glitchy there. People keep using her pigtails to their advantage. Oh, Warwick would rather sacrifice himself, of course. What does that do? The damage to that part of his mechanism.
Don't touch my daughter.
Oh, that's Vander really coming through. Nice. Oh, music swelling. Is he gonna do it? Try and kill Victor?
I won't fail. I swear it.
Yeah, of course. Far too happy here with the Vi family. Oh, that's what we saw at the start of the episode. That exploding out just in slow motion. What does that mean for the rest of the people? Is Victor actually dead? I don't think it would, yeah, without a goodbye or without them having any interaction, I don't think it would be just that. Yeah, all of their power goes, of course. They're all connected. Oh. They're not becoming like zombies or anything, something, are they? Yeah, it's like the hive mind, the leader of the hive mind is gone. Or are their souls being whisked away? That mean for Vander. Whoa. It's like burning. Tears as well. Because it's half and half, yeah. But he's also been manipulated the most. Victor's been spending most time with him. He's just in pain. Oh, of course, this guy's still alive a bit. Yeah, that's him done. And Bess is charging in, of course.
It's inescapable. Humanity.
Humanity's inescapable.
our emotions. Rage, compassion.
Her right-hand man is gone. You can't change human nature. I don't know if Vander's even in there anymore now. She's got the gem still. Running in to get Jinx. Ooh. All sketchy, that's cool. I like the way they're drawn in a different style, but I think this is it. Sacrifice the ultimate the ultimate virtue that Ambessa was saying earlier. What's she doing? Just overloading it. Is she just gonna explode? Does she know what she's doing? And Vander gone as well.
That which inspires us to our greatest good is also the cause of our greatest evil.
Okay, so that was season 2, episode 6 of Arcane. What a phenomenal episode. This is probably the best episode of the season, possibly the show so far. We had all of these subplots kind of converging together this episode, so it felt much more kind of singularly focused. They're all being around, you know, Victor's commune here, and then we've potentially lost Victor, Vander and Aisha this episode. There's something about the Victor death where I'm like, I wish he had a bit more screen time, but then I'm thinking like we see him in the Arcane in this like spirit form. Is there a chance that he's not dead and it's just like his soul is out there? Because like he was like fully tapped in, those like wires going into his back. I'm like, I feel like there's a chance his consciousness is still out there, even if it's not within his own body, you know? His body is died there, but his soul is still within the Arcane with what could be Sky. I feel like that Sky is just a manifestation of the Arcane trying to manipulate him though, you know? And I feel like even with Jace, we still haven't seen a lot of Jace. What, you know, we saw what he did, but we haven't seen what he went through when he was in there or had much time for, you know, him to explore. It's just like last episode he shows up at the end and kills Sallow. This episode he shows up at the end and kills Victor. We haven't had a moment to like sit down and talk to him, but I do think this episode definitely feels better paced than some of the previous ones, just because it has that one singular focus. And like towards the start we had quite a lot of time there just in the commune, getting to see Victor trying to heal Vander and just all of that was really good at the start. It was definitely a much better paced episode. And then, yeah, just the setup at the start with Ambessa going over these kind of core tenets that the Noxians worship or hold close, it being like strength and cunning and trickery in a way, she was saying there as well. And then the kind of her fourth tenant sacrifice, I thought, you know, that's obviously set up. I was thinking set up for her or for Kate, or some sort of manipulation of Kate, but actually that was just set up for Aisha there, showing how Aisha was so strong, sacrificing herself there at the end. And then of course it's just like, what does this mean for Jinx? It felt like it's just going to be a shit show for Jinx now. I think Jinx will have much more of a grudge against Ambessa now, maybe just going straight after Ambessa, straight after the Noxians, because they're the ones who kind of caused that, or what she would see, just them coming in and them stabbing and attacking Vander. So I feel like that's who she would, you know, put the blame on, I think. The thing is, I was already expecting Aisha to die. I wasn't expecting it in this way. And like Jinx saw her sacrifice herself. It wasn't like, I don't know, someone killing Aisha I think this is almost different. This is different than I imagined, because I thought, you know, someone will kill Aisha, Jinx will see it happen and she'll lose it. But she still has this like positive image of Aisha in her head. It's almost not as bad as I thought it might be, even though it is going to be bad for her mentally. It's like Aisha going out a hero. Jinx can almost feel good about that, because Aisha was always good, you know? It's like Jinx raised her right in a way, and Jinx maybe can, now that Aisha's gone, try and embody what Aisha would do in a way. I feel like it's not quite as negative as I thought it would be. It might still have some positive influence on Jinx here. This episode, it does almost feel like a season finale. Obviously, it's the end of this act, but I wonder maybe if that was an original idea and they've had to condense the rest down into the final 3 episodes here. Obviously, we're missing Mel, we're missing Echo, and we're missing Heimerdinger still. What are they up to? I think Heimerdinger and Echo are just still in the Arcane, doing something, being manipulated somehow, seeing something, and then Mel is wherever the hell she is, in another land, distant somewhere. I think she's been like teleported off to. I don't know if she's going to be able to come back for this. I feel like she must though. She got to talk to Ambessa something. Obviously I know the show is done here, but there's going to be other shows, other movies within the same world. I don't know if it's still going to be like Studio 40-ish for everything in the same animation style. I wouldn't mind if it wasn't, if they you know mixed it up, had other studios come in, just as long as the quality is still there in the writing and everything. But I think I mentioned before, like I could see something taking place in the Black Rose area, but having Mel there as the kind of link between the stories, or something in the Noxian area, and you've obviously got Mel and Ambessa as the link to Piltover and Zorn there as well, you know? And yeah, it was like, as Singe said, this whole area, this whole commune for Victor is all based on his power, and the second he goes, they all shut down. Like, quite literally, they all shut down. And I was thinking, well, even the way Singe said it, it was like, yeah, that's true, but you know, it's kind of true metaphorically as well. Even if they didn't like collapse like that, if Victor had gone, they all look up to him so much. Is that really a self-sustaining society there? I don't think it would have been. It's not really a long-term solution in the same way that Echo's little society would be, you know? And yeah, I was just speculating before, this probably does take a bit of the heat off of Echo's back, or I don't know the name of his bat guy, his right-hand man. Obviously, Echo's been gone all this time, but they were having problems with overcrowding, too many people coming in. So maybe the news of Victor's place, maybe that helped tame that a bit. But again, like with Victor's people, how much of that is really them? There's, you know, the guy who was standing at the gate, I keep not getting his name, who's standing at the gate. We had him in season 1, and he was quite, you know, personality-wise, completely different from this. Obviously, he's been kind of healed and he's much more confident now, but it is a lot different when he was kind of, you know, quite small and timid and couldn't get ask for his money, the correct pay, that whole thing in episode 1, I think it might have been. And then here, he's like standing tall, very confident. I'm just like, how much has the Arcane maybe influenced them, even their personality? Can you even call it the same person there? I feel like you can still, though, that there is still a bit of him in there, but he's obviously been majorly manipulated. It might not be as kind of gracious as Victor was saying there, or even that Victor was led to believe. And the stuff with going into the beast, going into Vander, finding Vander in there, that was really cool. The visuals of just like walking into the beast's mouth and just the faces of the beast everywhere, that was a really cool sequence. This season it's had the opportunity to go much more abstract in some of the visuals here, hasn't it? And then, you know, they spent so long looking for Vander within the beast, but when the time comes, Vander shows up, you know. He says, get away from my daughter. He's not going to let that happen. He can fight back when the time calls for it, and he did there until, you know, we had lost Victor, and then I don't know what happened there. It was almost like it was melting lava. That might be some sort of Warwick move in the video game that they've adapted into this, where he starts burning. But then I feel like at that point Vander was completely lost there, and that was just the beast taking over, and we saw the tears. Those tears are the last signs of Vander in there dying, perhaps. And of course the Noxians were all just there attacking and spearing him. I don't think there wasn't any chance of him coming out of this alive. But then also we have Kate back on Vi's side. All it took was a little cupcake, and they set up that plan, pulled one over on Ambessa, which I'm surprised at, really. It took her a while. You know, Ambessa, she does notice, but she notices too late. She's got great attention to detail, noticing Jinx's hair in episode 4. And then here she noticed the little capsule thing gone from Kate's gun. Like, she did notice it, but just didn't register it, and registered it when the time came, you know? Obviously, Ambessa is very sharp. You can't underestimate her at all. So, yeah, Kate's done the full 360. She 180'd to quite very fascist, and then back again. I do think it would have been nice to have an arc a bit more extended. It does feel like a very condensed arc, especially going from episode 3 to episode 4 when she had the doubts. I would have liked maybe episode 4, she was still in, like, we got to see her in like this kind of full fascist mode, and then maybe some doubts in episode 5, and then converted here in episode 6. But you know, we still get the arc there, and now she's basically back on the good side, it seems. Obviously she's turned on Ambessa, taken these lessons from Ambessa and turned on her. There's no going back now, really. I don't know what this means for Piltover itself, because Kate is technically still in charge. Could she kick the Noxians out? I don't know if she could, because of the kind of strength that they lend. I'm not really sure there, just thinking of like future consequences of this. You know, we've got the emotional consequence for Powder and Vi, and they'll just go back into their little hidey holes that they were in before. We've seen that before, you know, something awful happens and Jinx goes away and Vi goes away and becomes a doctor. A doctor? A wrestler, a fighter. So I think that's what will happen to them. But then, like, what happens to Jace? Is he imprisoned for killing Victor? Is he just still out on the loose? Does anyone even know that he did do that, you know? They'll just find Victor's body and maybe assume that it was part of that Noxian attack, you know? So I think the big consequences for like Piltover and Zorn are going to come from Kate and Ambessa's storyline there, you know? It's either going to be like even more locked down and Noxian taking over, Noxian in charge, and Kate is like thrown out of her position, or Kate stays in her position and kicks them out. I feel like it's either one of those ways it's going to go there. And I was just thinking, like, even though this has big implications like socially within the characters, it doesn't have big implications politically, but actually it being Jace to kill Victor, if that news is spread, that's like a councillor killing a leader within Zorn. That could cause some big political tensions, and you know, we're kind of waiting for I'm imagining it's building to a huge war, Zorn versus Piltover, and Piltover with the backup of the Noxians, that kind of thing happening. The thing is, Zorn is so weak at the moment as well. Without a Silco, without a leader, they had their Jinx, you know, and Savika. We haven't seen Savika in a while, actually, kind of starting to build this revolution. Maybe this is going to tip them over the edge, but then everyone who worshipped Victor went along with him, so is there even anyone to avenge Victor there? But it might just be the principle of Jace coming in and killing. But you know, we already had Jace come in and kill a child before, which didn't lead to a huge political thing, but it led to a more interpersonal thing with that child's mum coming back in episode 2 or 3, was it? No, that was episode 1. Wow, yeah, just thinking of the implications going forward for this, you know. And then like just back to Isha's moment as well, I love the kind of childlike art style that it went with there, seeing the world through Isha's eyes, seeing her with Powder there, with Jinx there. Really cool moment, just a great moment there, that whole section. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you really love this, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date on all the future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.